Welcome back to another episode of The Inevitable Jim, and we have us another turd. Yeah, that's right. We have a 1977 Ford Maverick. Now this car has been sitting in a grove on a farm for over 35 years. I bought it mostly for the drivetrain. This car probably will not make it back on the road just because the underneath, there ain't much left, and I'll show you that once we get there. I have no idea which engine's in it because the hood is rusted shut. It did come with a title, so we're good there. But I'm hoping for a 302 V8. Likely it's a straight 6-cylinder, but either way, a straight 6 automatic transmission and a nice rear end, I can do that. I paid $200 for the car, and honestly, I could scrap it for more than that. It's got a lot of good usable parts on it. It's got, believe it or not, the body's actually fairly good. The underside is just gone. But it's got hubcaps, it's got wheels, it's got good bumpers, it's got lots of good trim pieces. And I own a 1974 Mercury Comet, which is going to have a lot of the same mechanical bits and pieces. There might be something I can use for that. So what do you say we get in here, take a look, and see what we got. So the first order of business is, as you can see, there ain't a wheel that rolls on this thing. In fact, we had to push on with the loader. You can see the front tire skidded all the way up onto the trailer. And the rear wheels as well. I just jacked up the rear, and I got to get it so we can roll. All the brakes are locked up. We're going to get it so we can roll, so we can get it off the trailer. Which honestly is the biggest issue today, because I have to go pick up the other car I bought from that farm tomorrow. More on that later. But, so I want to walk around this, kind of show you what we got. Obviously we have 4 locked up wheels and tires. Gonna get those popped off. We're gonna work on getting that hood open eventually, but I want to show you inside. She ain't good. Yeah. Mickey and the boys, aka Mouse, they've had a field day. And as you can see, there's no floor. There's no frame rail. This is a subframe car. And right there is where the subframe is. And you can see the main subframe connection from the front to rear. The rear of the car is, well, it's about 25% there, if that. So that's why I'm pretty sure this car's not going to be roadable, roadworthyable. I don't know what the hell you call it, but. And in the back we have more of the same. A few other goodies I did get from that farm, but she dirty. We got a whole nest of something living over there on the floor. But irregardless, this is a car I bought mostly knowingly for parts, okay? So let's see if we can get this thing rolling and get it off the trailer. Well, I got all 4 hubs broke loose and free, and believe it or not, 3 of the tires actually hold air. Can't believe it. One of them's completely rotted out, blown out the side, but so we've got the back one on, and got one on the back side of the other side, but I'm gonna go ahead and run over to the shop and go upstairs in my reserve tire pile. I don't know that I got any 14s, but go see if I got a couple 14-inch tires, because one of them that's holding there is pretty scary. Gonna bop back then, see if I can get this thing rolled off the trailer. All right, we have the car off the trailer, and it is sitting here. One of the tires is protesting greatly, spewing out some rusty goo, but hey, it's off the trailer. All right, well, it's honestly been a couple weeks, and I'm just kind of getting back to it. We obviously got the hood open, and in here we do have the 250 cubic inch straight 6. I was pretty sure it was a straight 6. I mean, you can always hope for the V8, can't you? A couple things. I wanted to first pull the spark plugs out to take a look at those and see what they look like, and honestly, they look like brand new. Take a look at this. As you can see, they're really in pretty good condition overall. Little carbon on them and such, but the plugs look great. So I'm going to go ahead and hop in here on this straight 6. I want to spray a little jizz down all the holes and a little lubrication. Then we're going to get a ratchet on the front crank and see if she turns over. It is muggy, muggy, muggy tonight. So hopefully it isn't too awful bad. Alrighty. Now I noticed to get on that crank, boy, that fan looks like it's going to be in the way. So I'm going to go ahead and take that fan off and get it out of the way. It would just be a lot easier if it wasn't on here. All right. Get this fan out of the way. That'd be nice. I can get down to that crank pulley a little bit better. The pulley off. I think it's 13/16, which is what I've got here. Alright. Alright, it turns. Uh-oh. And it stops. Okay. Let's see what happens when we go the other way. It was turning pretty good there. I wonder if we got a valve stuck or something. Oh, it hits again. I'm gonna mark the pulley to see if I'm getting all the way around or if it's not quite. Put a mark on the damper there. Let's see what happens when we go the other way. No, we make it, I can't quite see, it looks like we make it about 2/3 the way around, and she stops. Well, I suppose we could pop this valve cover off and see if we got anything down there stuck. Oh, that bracket goes all the way down there, off the carburetor. Well, we're hitting something for sure hard. Tell you what, let me get a couple tools, see if we can't get that bracket off, and see how hard it'd be to get this valve cover off. Okay, got a little light on the situation here. It kind of stinks that it's getting dark earlier and earlier. Gosh, I can't even talk. Let's bust some of these bolts out. See what we got. If you're wondering why I'm not using my cordless ratchet, it's in the back of Hershey in my tool bags. And Hershey is at the shop. So, got the old air stuff out, old school. It's gonna be 7 o'clock at night pretty soon, so I'm sure the neighbors love it. They'll get over it. Get a little persuasion on this. There we go. All right. Oh my God. This ain't good. Wait till you get a look at this. Yeah. I don't think this engine's worth a squat. Oh my goodness. Oh. Well, let's get it the rest of the way off, see what we got. Little throttle linkage in the way there. Hopefully we can get it around that. I'm not going to be too concerned with dinging it up, I guess, because, well, looks like this is going to be J-U-N and K. But, yeah, let's try to pull that clip out. Oh, there we go. All right. Oh, wow. Yeah. Holy crap. Look at this. Oh. I'm going to venture to guess there's a valve or two stuck. Either that or the cam's trying to push them. I don't know. Well, get a blowgun, blow this all off. I'd get a vacuum, but I don't want to work that hard. String electrical cord out here, so be right back. Bring you guys in here, we'll blow this off, see what we can get. Oh. Well, it looks like a lot of stuff that might have fallen down from the valve cover, like some rust scale on the back of the valve cover. I'm just closing my eyes and blindly blowing this stuff. I don't want to get any of it in my eyes. Hold my breath, too. One more time. Okay. Well, I think the play here is going to be copious amounts of PB Blaster. And, yeah. I don't really have a lot of hopes for this thing, but we're this far. Let's see what we can do, I guess. We are going to absolutely douse everything and see what we have got going on here. This is not good. I wonder if any of these valves move at all. We'll try to get a hammer and dink them and see what happens, but I have a sneaking suspicion that this stuff is all seized on this arm. I suppose we could try to pull the rocker shaft off and see if the valves themselves move at all. I'm sure that rocker shaft is completely screwed, but what do you think? Should we pull the rocker shaft off? All right, you talked me into it. Let me go get my impact. So let's see what we can get done here. One rocker shaft loose. Did any of these move? No. Oh, they are all seized. Every one of these is seized. Well, that would be problem one. I wonder if these valves even move. That one does. That one does. That one's trying. That one was stuck, now it's free. That one's okay now. That one's good. Nope, that one's stuck. That one's okay. Get this rod out of the way. That one's good. This one right here, number 5. Looks like exhaust. Let's see if we can't get some PB blastering along the side of it there and work it. That could be the one we'd be hitting too. So we can get some stuff to go right down the sides of these, right down the stems. A little lubrication. Man, I'm not sure if this thing's gonna run or not. Let's see if we can work this valve. It's thinking about it, it's just not coming all the way quite back up. Let's see here. It's thinking about it. I'll be back in just a little bit. Okay, we're gonna play a little tune for you. That one's going. Good. That one's good. All right, well, they're all free now. So let's see if we can turn this engine all the way over now. If it was a stuck valve, because if it's not that, then there's gonna be something worse down inside. Which way did I go last time? I think I went tight, I went right, so let's go left and see what we got here. No. What the heck could we be hitting? Well, I'm back to that mark again. And it looks like it's coming around. Oh, I'm tightening the bolt. Yeah, this is not good. I thought I checked the oil. Yeah, it's got oil in it. It's actually clean, fairly clean. I wonder if somebody blew this thing up and then tried to oil change it and spark plug it and everything else to quote unquote fix it. What could it possibly be hitting? But she coming around, she hitting a hard stop, like something's broken inside. Now, let me scratch my head a little bit, see what I can come up with. Alrighty, what I've done here is I went and got the bore scope, and I got it plugged into cylinder 5 there and zoomed in for you. And when I turn the crank, watch what happens. See the piston coming up? As it should. As you turn the crank, it should move. Now, let's switch that over to another cylinder here. Alrighty, now I've got the scope here going back to cylinder number 6. That's the piston for 6. I'm going to grab the breaker bar, turn the engine over. Here we go. I'm cranking the crank over. Anybody seeing a problem? Oh my gosh. So, yeah, that's an issue. Just for kicks, now I got it in cylinder 3. I just picked the cylinder. And you'll see that I'm going to bring it, turn the ratchet the other way. And when you crank the crank, and it came at the top dead center, and now it's going back down. Yeah. Well, I guess it's safe to say that's pretty much going to do it for the Maverick engine. Yeah, pretty definitive. So, cylinder 6 piston isn't moving, so obviously there's a broken rod or something. So now we know why it was parked, but so this is the thing you understand. Did I lose my money? Not in a million years. I paid $200 for the car. This thing was scrapped for $200 plus, just for scrap metal weight. And there's lots of good parts I'm going to be taking off of this thing. I'm going to be taking, things like the fan space of the fan, the Duraspark box, like a lot of the common stuff, solenoid, horns. This radiator actually looks pretty good. I'm going to take it out and test it and see if it's good. There's wheel covers, all the trim rings around all the lights, the tail lights, everything is good. There's going to be lots of good stuff to take off this, to throw into a box, and we get a Maverick or something in the future. We got a lot of good pieces. Is it a loss? No. I'm still going to get lots of good things out of this thing. I'll be clipping all the, all the light sockets and things like that out of it that I can throw in the random electrical drawer. And because, some of this stuff, the older stuff, is better than what you can buy today. I'll be keeping the voltage regulator. I'll rob the solenoid. The carburetor is stuck, but I'm going to see if I can unstick it and throw in the carburetor box. That's just it. So we know the engine's junk. Sometimes that's how it goes. You buy these things, and it's kind of fun. That's part of the mystery, digging into these, if you can see if you can figure out what happened. So we know why this one got parked. And there we have it. So what are we going to do next? Because there's obviously not enough video here, is there? Well, I'll tell you what, I've been doing a little prep work on Hershey. You may recall I mentioned in the past here that we were going to take Hershey on its first maiden voyage on a highway trip. And we did. We took it to Des Moines, Iowa a couple 3 weeks ago. Did great. He drove great down there, drove great back. But if you remember from the original video that the rear end didn't have any gear oil in it when we got it. But it looked like somebody had been in there. Anyway, somebody had been chasing some gear noise in this, and it got a little worse. And the last thing I want to do is drive from here to Tucson, Arizona and back. So we had to address that. So the biggest issue was there's no parts for this WER axle code. You can get some bearings, but you can't get any gears. You can't get a crush sleeve. You can't. It's not like I can rebuild this one. So we had to embark on a journey. Got some footage of that for you right here. Well, the drive to Des Moines with Hershey went well, except for the rear end, and Hershey started making a little more noise. So, guess what? We found a 9-inch rear end that will bolt right into Hershey, because the WER rear end in Hershey just can't get the parts for it. So, we're going to work on getting this apart, make sure it's good and serviceable, and we're going to have to do a rear end swap. So, I stayed late at the shop here last night to tear the 9-inch apart, and probably the worst condition differential I've ever seen. Let me show you. This thing is garbage. I mean, total and absolute garbage. I took it apart and there is nothing usable. The ring and pinion won't even turn because they are rusted together solid. The inside was absolutely full of water. And yeah. Now, this was sold to me as a good usable rear end. I specifically asked the gentleman, hey, would you feel comfortable using this with a fresh fluid change and service, new set of brakes on? He goes, absolutely. Came out of a running car. Yeah. Now, in the gentleman's defense, I do believe he did not know. I did reach out to him and send him some pictures, and he said, you know what? I had no idea it was like that. My dad pulled the rear end because this guy was clearing up a bunch of stuff after his dad died. And he says, I'm going to 100% send you your money back. So I didn't get my money back, but I did spend 2 hours last night for nothing. So the search for another rear end begins. Well, you saw how bad the rear end was, so I did the best thing that you always do. You feeling down, you call your friends and whine about it. So I did, and then I called this guy. And he said,
I have one.
so I just have to drive 5 hours to come get it. But hey, Pam and I made a weekend of it. Came down to Kansas City, did some sightseeing, and came out here to get this.
It's only halfway in the mud.
Exactly. It's going to be better than the one I had. It was all the way in something. So we're going to get this out here somehow, aren't we?
I got a Sawzall.
Sawzall. How are we going to lift the car? Dodge?
Yeah, probably the Dodge. I don't know. Or a jack would probably be way safer.
How about the Dodge and a jack?
Yeah, maybe both.
Okay.
The Toro.
Well, we're going to get to work on this. It's the weather's been actually nice and cool, but today it decided to get hot again, of course. And yeah, we're going to get this out, get it loaded, take it home, put it in Hershey. Well, we got to get some things out of the way here. Dalton's cruising in his Coronado. Fired right up. Ah, yes. The old Dodge workhorse. Okay. Okay, come on back. 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 Okay, right about there.
Okay.
We're good.
That should do it.
That should do it. Hey, Don, you know what the best thing is about using this truck to do this?
What?
No mosquitoes.
No, it kills them all. What do you think? We just pick it up by the trunk latch?
That seems perfectly safe to me.
Right there.
Yeah, well, that'll work. Time to do some sketchy shit. Doo-dah, doo-dah.
Everyone's always like, Dalton, you need to buy a tow truck like everybody else. I have a tow truck. It's right here.
That's completely safe. Just keep going. It's all right. And we're going to express remove it with a saw.
As quickly as possible.
Exactly. We don't want to be under this any longer than, well, yeah. Be right back. Only the best express removal at Pole Barn Salvage. Hey, there's one half. Panner bar on the other side. We're good. There we go. 1 9-inch ready for a station wagon. You did say that free 99 price included loading and coming and installing, right?
No, you can have it for free, but I'm not doing any of that. I used the back seat out of this in the catalog last week. You're getting the rear end, and my buddy Jesse's getting the 460 for his panel truck. I mean,
everybody wins.
Everything is getting used.
That's what it's about. So now that we're done, we have to gently lower the car. Just like that.
Yeah.
Who needs a wrecker? So we're going to be dropping this one out, putting that one in, and get rid of the rear end wind, and honestly have a way better rear axle. And you can see here another reason to change out this WER axle is the rear end grease is started to profusely leak from the left rear axle seal, but not going to have to deal with that much longer. We did already measure. We measured from the saddle of the U-joint yoke to the center line of the axle. Roughly 11.5 inches, the same on the 9-inch, so we shouldn't have a problem there. Drive shaft should be fine. There's no difference in the U-joints. You do have to pay attention when you change these. This is a camber plate here and a bolt. So this top trailing arm here affects the angle of the pinion. So your pinion angle is adjustable there. So always, if you take those apart, just mark it so you get it back where it was. So getting some of the stubs off that were on the rear axle after Dalton and I cut it out. You can see violence was involved, but we win. Went ahead and changed both wheel cylinders on each end. Ran 2 new brake lines as well. And I'll reuse the brakes that are on the rear end in Hershey. Should be the same. Got brand new brake hose on here as well. So the next thing is to get it in the car. So we're going to keep working away here, getting this right there up in there. Out with the crappy rear end. Hey! I'm just going to go ahead and put that down there, Dan.
Yahtzee.
All right, well, we got the differential switched into Hershey here. And what we've got down here is we have the old WER axle down here on the table. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pull the brakes off of here and put them over here because there was nothing wrong with them. Obviously, I'm going to clean off this side, or I already have, where the axle grease got all over them so that we can reuse the parts. But I'm going to pop you up here on the tripod and switch some brakes. And of course, no brake job would be complete without a supervisor. See, and he's come out to watch Dad do the brakes. Am I doing a good job? Yes. All right, I'm going to get going here. Alrighty, now we got this set of brakes on here. We're just gonna have to adjust it up a little bit. I think I got the adjustment pretty close because I left them kind of where they were. I'm gonna jump over to the other side, knock that one out, and get Hershey back on his wheels. Alright, we got the brakes finished up. Wheels, tires, and the poverty caps are back on. Moving up front here, we're gonna go ahead and do an oil change on old Hershey. It's got the original oil from when we did the reseal and everything on the engine. Got between, I think, about 550, 600 miles on it. Gonna go get that changed out and switch it out with some 10W40 and ZDDP additives. So, just about got her knocked out. Well, there you have it. I got the oil change wrapped up on Hershey. Just took them for a spin. Oh, love that new rear end. Quiet as a church mouse. Rear brakes are working really good. And got a few little knick-knacky things to do before duct tape drags, but pretty happy with how it ended up. Want to send out a big thanks and shout out to Dalton for the rear end. Thank you very much. And move on to the next thing. All right, it is a couple days later, and we have the 9-inch in Hershey here. I've had an opportunity to drive it a few times, and everything is looking good and dry. No noise, that's the most important thing. I have been driving Hershey a little bit the last few days, just again working out and finding little bugs and working out kinks and such. Overall, he's doing pretty good. So got him up on the lift right now, just double checking for leaks and such, you know, as I put miles on it. He's coming together pretty good. I think the last few things I got left to do is I want to make a little bit of a like a cup holder type thing out of wood to sit on the tranny hump. Because you got to have cup holders for a 4,000 mile trip. I mean, come on. And then a place to mount the gauges, because everything right under the dash right there is like, you know, the ashtray and some such like that. So I think I'm going to make it so I can mount it on there. But that's the next thing to do on it. But Hershey's running good. No more rear end noises. And the brakes are fantastic. So that's going to be a wrap on this week's video. Yeah, a little bit left. We'll get Hershey good to go. I want to thank you for tuning in, watching. Please like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. The thing is, I do read each and every comment. And I do read each and every email. If you got something you want to share with me, you can reach me at theinevitablejim@gmail.com. Again, I do read each and every email. And you get to see what we're working on. I'd love to see what you're working on. Send me a picture of your ride. Send me a picture of your project. I'd love to see what you got going on. If you want any merch, that's over at theinevitablejim.com. Hats, shirts, stickers, the works. Working on a couple new shirts. Hope to have them with me at Duct Tape Drags. So hopefully you can join us there. If not, I should have them up on the website hopefully before we go. Working really hard with the merch guy, the shirt dude. Pamela, Sandy, Richie, and I, we all appreciate all the support. So thank you very much. Hit that subscribe. If you're not already subscribed, hit the notification so you don't miss out on any upcoming videos and such. But until then, I want you to go out in your garage, get on your project, and work on your ride. And just go out, man, and just have some fun.